Hey guys, today I'm filming a very serious video, but it's also fun at the same time. But it's about the Love Out Loud contest I entered through Stacy and Cassandra's video. If you know Diamond and Heels 14, I believe is her username, she did a video with this girl named Stacy, and it's about bullying and awareness and standing up for bullies and stuff like that. And I entered with this tweet saying, I stood up to the bullies at my school with others. When others are being picked on, no one should live in fear. And I tweeted that out with my name and where I'm from, which is Wisconsin, and I won the contest. And for winning, I got this awesome hoodie, and it's for Boy Meets Girl, and you can find it here on, sorry if I just knocked everything around, but you can find it on Lockers, and I'll have that linked below as well for you guys. Really cute hoodie, if you see that. It even has see, look at that, thumb holes. How awesome is that, guys? My thing about bullying is I was actually very overweight growing up. It started probably around 4th, 5th grade and continued up until probably about my sophomore year of high school. And at one point I weighed 235 pounds, and if I can, I'll try to include some pictures of me in the video somewhere. But the funny thing is I never really got picked on for my weight, and typically people who are bigger do. And it wasn't because I became a bully, because a lot of times people who become overweight end up being a bully, but I don't know, I felt secure in myself. I mean, I was obviously vulnerable for being overweight, and I was mad at myself, but that didn't make me feel like I deserved to be bullied. I don't understand when people think they have the right to bully someone else. So that never gave me, never in my mind I think it was okay for someone to pick on me. So the first time, I mean, people probably might have said something behind my back or something, but that never really affected me because I knew who I was, and I knew that didn't matter. Yes, I wanted to be healthy, but I didn't think that anyone else had a say in what my lifestyle should be. So that's my little stance on how I was. But because of that, when I saw other people being picked on, I stood up for them. There was a kid in my, I think, 9th grade Spanish class, 8th or 9th grade Spanish class. He had an afro, and everyone would throw like spitballs in his hair. So at the end of the class, I'd just be like, hey, you know, I might want to do this real quick. You got some spitballs in your hair. You know, nothing big. You know, I was just letting him know. Maybe I didn't stop the bullying from happening, but I was also in the middle of the class. I didn't want to make a big fuss about it. But at least I told him, hey, you know, get that out of here, so that he wouldn't be further picked on in school. Another time, it was just like, I don't know, there's just a lot of different times when I saw something. One time, I think it was my 8th or 9th grade history class, and we had a substitute teacher, and the substitute was late. So the whole entire class got in the classroom, and they turned off the lights, shut the door, put a trash can in front of it, locked it, and tried to make it seem like we weren't in the class. Now, this is where I can't believe I had the courage to do this, but I actually stood up, she was trying to get in that door, and she couldn't. So I was like, well, if we lock it and not let her in, she's going to go to the office, the principal's going to have to come down here, unlock the door, and then we're all going to get yelled at. So I was like, first off, you know how substitute teachers are. I feel sorry that they have to come into a class that a lot of times they don't know, and they have to deal with, you know, bullies or students. So I was like, this is stupid. I'm going to get up, turn the lights on, open the door, and let her in. And as I was doing that, kids in the room were like, boo, like, someone get her. And I was like, really, guys, this is so immature. Just let the teacher in. I'm saving us a lot of trouble, and it's not right to pick on the teacher. I mean, she's just doing her job. So I did that. Another time I can think of, real quick, one more story. A lot of them weren't really, they weren't really picking on kids, was the first story, but the third one is about a janitor. And some freshmen, I was a senior, and some freshmen in our school were just tossing garbage cans everywhere. They were just knocking them down and letting trash go everywhere. And I was like, this is stupid. Why, make more work for the janitor? It's kind of like a form of bullying, I believe. And I was like, why make the janitor do more work? So I picked it up. I simply just picked it up and I put it back, and, you know, simple, that easy, really easy to do. And then that student saw me, so he started continuing throwing things down in front of me. And I just continually picked him up. I really didn't care. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, whatever. And I was just telling the story to another student in my next class I had, and the teacher happened to overhear, and he knew who the student was, so the student ended up getting in trouble. But I feel like if you don't hold the bullies accountable, even in that sort of kind of bullying, they're going to think it's okay to bully other people, and they're going to think that they can get away with it. So, you know, any form of bullying, it doesn't have to be other kids. It can be adults. It can be teachers, obviously as an adult. It can be your siblings. It can be friends. I mean, it can be anyone, but bullying doesn't just happen in schools. So I wanted to let you guys know that bullying happens in all forms, and I think it's important for you guys to stand up for other people as well as yourselves. Make sure if you're being bullied on, say no. Like, as soon as you defend yourself and ignore what's going on, or not ignore what's going on, but you know, like, be like, no, I'm not going to do that, or I'm not going to allow you to do that. It's going to make the problem go away, and the person's going to be no longer picking on you because it's not offending you anymore. Once you stand up for yourself, it's over. So just make sure you stand up for yourselves and be strong in who you are, and stop other people from being bullied, because it's not right for anyone to have to live in fear, especially when that causes a lot of problems. You don't know what other people are going through at home. You don't know that they're one step away from committing suicide, or they're one step away from hurting themselves, or I don't know, walking in front of a car. I had another instance where my friend wasn't having a good home life, and she walked right in front of a car right in front of me, and it scared the living daylights out of me. Luckily, she was not hurt. The car stopped, but it's just important to stop bullying before it gets too far. So that's my story I wanted to share with you guys, and if you guys want to know more about this contest, please make sure to click the links below. Like I said, the hoodie is available below. I have that link. The original video and all the other information is below for you guys as well. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any comments you want to tell me your bullying stories, please do that below in the comments, and I'll make sure to reply to everyone that comments. And if you're having troubles with bullying, just let me know, and I can give you some advice. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.